Hey, what's up? This is Delio coming to you with another video, and I got something that I have been wrapping my head around for a minute. It's called RipX. And this falls into the category of those things I want to keep a secret, but I'm spreading the word about it because it's a really cool tool and I ain't scared. And it all falls into this AI thing going on. And I'll show it to you on the screen right now. It's called RipX, and let's go right into it. Let's just dive right in. So this is RipX. RipX is sort of a future audio environment. It is a place to remix your songs, to rip sounds, to deconstruct down to the DNA of the songs. And in this video, I'm just sharing with you just introductory things, not really going too deep under the hood, but I'm really excited about it because there are a lot of powerful options on here. And so let's just go over this main interface and just show you what we got here. So as you can see, we got a bunch of colors here, and these different colors here represents the different sounds it was able to extract from a stereo track. So now you have a stereo track that's been deconstructed into multiple things. We got the voice, the piano, guitar, bass, kick drum, and you can mix all these things because in these panels here, which are surrounding the whole screen here, you have different things that you could do to each little blob here. Almost kind of like how Melodyne is with voice correction. You can highlight it, you can move it around, things like that. So let's just play it right here. So I'm gonna play a little bit of my song. I'm gonna play maybe like a vocal by itself. So if I want to play a vocal by itself to avoid the copyright getting me, I'll find something right there. So that's a voice right there, and I'm just gonna play it. So right here. And I mean, it's just crazy. So there are piano chords here. So here's like the full track, and I'm going to take out the voice for you. So you heard that, but now listen to what happens when I just isolate the piano. And I just solo out the piano. You're going to hear the piano by itself. If I could just click on this thing. Really exciting stuff, but I mean, you can really, it is scary. So that's the piano I put on that track. If I go back on tape a little bit, let's hear what this guitar. Some sounds there. And then, I got the bass line right here. This is a synthesizer bass. Let's hear how that sounds by itself. So you do hear a little bit of aliasing in it, but it is still, I mean, if you know how technology is, if you don't like the quality of the sound, it's only going to get better from here because the technology is going to get smarter from analyzing this. You want to hear my kick drum? There's my kick drum right there. There's my snare and my hi-hats right there. And now you can make a basic mix right there.
Tell me how you used to get it. Tell me how you struggle. Tell me how you make it. I want to put myself on the crown is for the taking. Yeah.
Now, it didn't really rip the talk box, but that may be an algorithmic thing because I imagine with AI learning, it's learning to recognize, okay, what's a drum sound, what's a piano sound, what's a guitar sound, and it'll analyze those and say, okay, I know what this is. And you can add more layers to it. I mean, you can click on the.
I need to know.
If I want to move that up.
I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to.
You can. It's just crazy.
I need to know.
So if I want to move that up here, play it all back. Now I can play it all back. Let me play it back with it.
I really need to know.
It's just ridiculous. So if you wanted to make yourself an instrumental of a song, this is your shortcut. If you wanted to create a acapella, this is your shortcut. If you wanted to learn about how this stuff is coming together, your favorite songs are coming together, this is a great tool to do it. And if you want to alter, and that's the thing, like if you look on the right panel here, if you want to change the pitch, you want to flatten the pitch, or like say if I highlighted all of this, and and I brought, oh my gosh, it's just crazy.
I need to know. I really need to know.
You can invert the pitch there. You can flatten the pitch there. So if you wanted to,
I need to know. I really need to know.
it's just like the possibilities are pretty darn near unlimited. And I mean, the fact you could do surgical work on every nuance of a track, of a 2-track. You can now make stems from 2 tracks. This is it, and it was when I first heard it, and this is not new concept because there are other platforms that say, okay, we'll give you the drums, we'll give you the voice and stuff like that. But now it's really getting under the hood and really getting into the DNA of the sounds and their harmonics and recognizing them and pulling them out one by one. Like, okay, what do you want to hear? And then with this panel over here, you have all these tools that enable you to edit, like add a reverb or add like any sound you want. So like if I was looking at the drums here, so like right there, right? Let's say I highlight that one and I wanted to add reverb. I probably could do that like this. There it is. Add some delay there. And it's just like if I want to add some reverb there, I could click on it right there and then drag the reverb fader. Slide. I mean, it's just filters, gates. So basically all the plugins and effects you want to affect that, you could do it. And I think it's a extremely powerful tool. I believe it's an extremely educational tool. I had a funny thought. I was like, man, Prince would have a fit with this because, I know he's very protective of his music, and it wasn't like he was making instrumentals of this stuff. But I mean, with this right here, you can make your instrumental. This is a long way from hitting that karaoke button on your stereo, and it did that little pseudo stereo thing to remove the center vocal. Remember that? This is something totally different, really powerful, really fun. A little scary, right? Because, if you're like me, you were around when audio wasn't really something you could take apart. You had to really listen to it for yourself, do your research, listen to different gear to pick out what the sounds are from each keyboard. And my God, it's going to go that way because as soon as the database and the understanding and learning is done, you probably be able to play, and this is my prediction, and so it's probably going to happen. You'll be able to play a track, put in a software like this, and it tap into a database where you can learn what keyboards they used, And this technology is already here because if you think about it, if you try to play something copyrighted on YouTube, then Content ID kicks in and then does their job. So there had to be a certain level of machine learning in that instance before this whole AI thing that we're in right now that would recognize that track, compare it to a database and say, oh, this is the same song. Right. So now and I'm just going to say it. Now you can go into an AI world like, okay, I'm going to upload a copyrighted track and I will change something in it so it doesn't get hit by it's a lot of very evil, devious things can be done. And so, but it's a lot of fun, very powerful. I definitely like it. One of the main things I'll say before I go, one of the things I really like about it is to go to my old tapes, dump them in here, and sort of extract sounds that I lost that I can't get back anymore, or old music that I've done as a kid, and take those out and kind of refine them and repolish them to something that sounds new and fresh, and then take that and put it on something new that I made now. So I'm able to take old songs that I've done and bring new life into them. It's really powerful, and that's the really fun part about it. So, this is RipX with Deep Create and Deep Remix. Very powerful software, and definitely if you want to check it out, hit the link in the description below. And let me know what you think. Is this a tool that you like? Is it intimidating? Is it weird? I just use a track that I own so that I have to worry about YouTube Content ID, artificial intelligence, going after me on this video as we deal with now. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm Dilio. See you in the next video.